One thing we didn't touch on in treatment that we want to talk about is anticoagulation blood thinners. Perhaps Dr. Rogers can comment on that as well. What patients should be getting it in the hospital, and perhaps also should patients that aren't hospitalized need it as well?
So this is a hard issue, and I would say there's not a clear answer. There have been a lot of studies. A number of us have been involved again in studying these questions in our patients. And I know that in the United States, just like in India, there are a lot of hospitals where people say absolutely everyone needs to be on a blood thinner, and other hospitals where it's not the standard of care. And that's why we study these questions. There will be studies coming out that suggest that it probably does have some benefits in non-ICU patients. And ICU patient, it actually showed a trend toward harm because of bleeding complications. In non-ICU patients, it may have a trend toward helpful, but you're at home. For most of these sick patients are at home. They can't respond easily to bleeding. And so from my perspective, and I would definitely love to hear the input of some of the other inpatient doctors, that I would say that probably based on the evidence we have now, that the risk benefit ratio is not there for being at home and taking full anticoagulation outside a hospital setting, even if you are quite sick and on oxygen, unless there's some other reason that you are supposed to be on a blood thinner, like atrial fibrillation or a known blood clot. Of course, then it's different. But that would be my thought. I'd be curious from others.
I completely agree with Dr. Rogers. That's been our recommendation as well, given our inpatient experience, and then when we discharge patients home.
Dr. Subramanian, any comments as well?
No, I agree with everything that was said.
Great, thank you.